Hello again and welcome to GPA Distance Learning. Our lesson for today is all about hands-on tile rectangles to find area. So here are our big questions for today. How do arrays help us model the area of a rectangle? And how could we use the dimensions of a rectangle to find its area without tiling it? We are going to answer all of these questions later. For our vocabulary words, area. When you say area, it is the number of square units needed to cover a figure without overlapping. Again, this is the number of square units. Now let's move here to the next one, rectangle. When you say rectangle, it is a shape with 4 sides and 4 corners. Again, rectangle with 4 sides and 4 corners. How about length? When you say length, it is the longest side of a shape. When you say width, this is the shortest side of a shape. Now I have here a rectangle. So remember, length is the longest, so this is our length here. Width is the shortest, and this is our width here on this side. Now, let's have our review with our previous lesson. We are going to get the area of this figure. You know already how to get an area. You are going to count the square units. Now here are the choices. Now what do you think is the answer here? Yes, the answer here is 16 square units. Why? Again, we are going to count the square units. Now we are going to start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. We have whole square units. But if you have noticed, we have here half square units. Then how are we going to count it? We are going to count it by half. This is 1/2. And also this is 1/2. So remember, if you have 2 1/2, this is equivalent to 1. So we have here 1 and 2. So we have now 2 halves here. Here, another 2. So this 2 here is equivalent to 1. And another 2 is equivalent to 1. So we are going to count the whole squares and the half square. So we have here 14 plus 1 is 15. Then you are going to add another 1. It is equivalent now to 16. So we have now 16 square units. How about this figure? So here are the choices. What is the answer here? Yes, the answer here is 8 square units. Again, we are going to count the whole squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have now 6 whole square. How about the half? Here we have 1 and 2. This is equivalent to 1. And 1 and 2. This is another equivalent to 1. So we have now 6 plus 2. So we have now 8 square units. Now, remember, when you say area of rectangle, the area of a rectangle is found by finding how many square units it takes to cover its surface. So, if you can still remember, in a rectangle, we are going to get the length and the width, and then we are going to multiply both. Now here, I have here a figure. Again, we are going to get the length and the width. So remember, we can find the area of a rectangle on a grid by counting the number of unit squares. So we are going to count the unit squares so that you can find the area. How about if we have a figure that looks like this? Now remember, if a rectangle is not on a grid, we can find its area by tiling it. How are we going to do that? So we can put a tile on this figure by making a line. We will make a line here. So we are done here. So we are going to make another line here so that we can make a square unit. So here. So, okay, after that, we are going to count the square units. So we are going to count first the longest side or the length. So this is our length because this is the longest side. So we are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 unit squares. We are done here with the longest side. We will move here to our width, to the shortest side. So we are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have now 7 unit squares. Now I have here another example. We are going to find the area of the rectangle at the right by tiling it. So I have here a figure. Remember, if we have a figure that looks like this, we are going to make a tile. Now here, tile the rectangle by separating the rectangle into unit squares. For example, our length here, 8 unit squares. So where is our length? This is our length because this is the longest side. So we are going to make an 8 unit square. So we're going to make a line here. And then we are going to count. If this is 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we have now 8 unit squares. Now we are done with our length. Let's move to our width. If our width have 3 unit squares, we are going to make another line here. So this is our width, 3 units. So we are going to make a line. So let's check if we have 3 unit squares. 1, 2, 3. So we have now 3 unit squares. We are done tiling the rectangle. Now next, we are going to count the total number of unit squares. So there are blank unit squares. Remember, you can get the area of the rectangle by counting the unit squares. So we are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we have 24 unit squares. So the area of the rectangle is 24 square units. Now next, tiling the rectangle results in an array. So remember, if you're talking about array, we have rows and we have columns. So this is our rows and this is our columns. Now here, the array has blank rows and blank columns. So we are going to get the rows and the columns. So we are going to count first the rows. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 rows. So we are going to put here 3 rows. Next, let's move to columns. How many columns? We are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 columns. So we are going to put here the 3, which this is our rows. And then we are going to multiply it to our column. So 3 multiplied by 8, the answer is 24. So still the same answer. The product of 8 times 3 and the total number of unit squares tiled in the rectangle are the same. Now let's move here to our quick review. We are going to find the area of each rectangle. I will give you 5 seconds to answer. This is our first figure and here are the choices. Now remember, you can get the area of the rectangle by counting the square units, or else you're going to get the length and the width, and then we are going to multiply them both. So timer starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. What is your answer? The answer is 30 square units. So we are going to multiply the length and the width. So where is our length? The length is here on this side because this is the longest side. So 6 multiplied by 5, the answer is 30. Now let's move to the second figure. Again, 5 seconds for you to answer. Here are the choices. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. The answer there is 20. Again, we are going to multiply the length and the width. 5 multiplied by 4, the answer is 20 square units. Or else, you can find also the answer by counting the square units. Now let's move to the third figure. So we have the width 2 units and we have the length of 8 units. Now here are the choices. I will give you again another 5 seconds to answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. What is your answer? The answer there is 16 square units. We are going to multiply 8 to 2. So the answer there is 16. Now let's have the last figure. We have 6 units and 4 units on this side. And here are the choices. I will give you again another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. What is your answer? The answer there is 24. Again, you're going to multiply 6 multiplied by 4. The answer is 24. That ends our lesson for today. Thank you and have a good day.